Yeah, I think the main reason why I decided to issue that weather impact alert was because yesterday the National Hurricane Center had put us under a tropical storm watch, which meant, well, we could see some tropical storm impacts along the coastline. Now it's been upgraded to a warning. It means those tropical storm impacts are likely instead of just possible. So I do want us to be aware of that. And it's also going to be breezy throughout the day. So I want you to know why it's breezy. With a weather impact alert, we give you hourly updates. So I think it's just a good idea to be informed.
Kim.
Right, I know. That's why I want to show you the distinction between what I see on infrared imagery, which allows me to look inside the storm, kind of dissect things. So there is a big field of convection, but this is your wall of cloud cover, okay? The actual rainfall is way displaced. I mean, far south. We are not going to see any of this. What we will see is some wraparound rain bands from the center that is expected to make its second landfall here in Galveston over the next few hours. So here is a look at the latest cone from the National Hurricane Center. We got this update at 4 in the morning. We'll get another one at 7 a.m. But so far it's maintaining its strength pretty well. 45 miles an hour sustained, gusts are at 60. It is going to keep that as it pushes towards Galveston Bay, so that is tropical storm force wind, and then very quickly after that it starts to fizzle. It becomes a remnant low. It drops down to 35 mile an hour winds as it passes just north of Corpus, and at that point the moisture's gone. Notice we are going to get a couple of scattered downpours from Bertha as it passes through here. So that's a snapshot at 2:30. Showers are riding along the coastline, then pushing into the heart of the city. I think Sugar Land, I think the Loop, I think our refineries downtown, we're all going to get in on some shower activity, especially for the commute home. And some of that rain is even lingering into our evening plans. Notice by tomorrow morning, there's a few isolated showers out there. And that's just a 20% rain chance. So how much rain are we looking to accumulate? Rainfall totals are still not very impressive. I do think we're going to see a little bit more than this. I think we'll see about a quarter, maybe half an inch of rainfall for most of us. And then there are a couple of isolated areas that could pick up 1, maybe even 2 inches of rainfall along the immediate coastline. So from today, noon to 11 p.m., so pretty much the entire day, we're going to be watching winds from Tropical Storm Bertha. I think that's the biggest impact instead of the rain. So I would just try to limit your time outdoors because the wind could break some tree branches, especially along the coastline. It's just a better idea to just let Bertha pass. And then by Friday, we're back to business as usual. So there's your upgrade from a tropical storm watch to a tropical storm warning for our coastline. Wind damage now is expected. Again, the broken tree limbs, potential power outages from that, some coastal erosion. So the waves of water kind of piling up along the seawall. We could see a 1 to 3 foot storm surge. That is a possibility. So it's something to keep in mind, especially if you were planning to vacation there last week in the summer, maybe with the kiddos. You want to stay off the water because there is a high rip current risk. Here's a look at winds. So you'll notice about 40 mile an hour wind gusts all today along the coastline. And then inland, it's 20 to 30 miles an hour. So it's a breezy day in Houston. Could that cause any power outages in Houston? I don't think so, but maybe a few isolated areas. It's not going to be a widespread issue, though. Texas heat alerts for today. So interesting, right? We've got a tropical storm, and it is going to cool some of us off with the extra cloud cover and the excess rain. But the further north and west that you go, there's really less and less impacts. So not as much cloud cover, not as much rain, means there is a heat advisory in effect. From noon until 7 p.m., it's going to feel like it gets up to 110 degrees. So very toasty for our friends in the woodlands up near Conroe and Huntsville. Here's a live look at Galveston. So it is muggy, but you'll notice there's really not much going on. I mean, the breeze is light and it's out of the north, 12 miles an hour. So we are not quite seeing Bertha impacts just yet. 82 for the heart of the city. It feels like 89. The breeze, again, light out of the north. The breeze is going to start to pick up. I'll be using this throughout the day, wind gusts, to track the impacts of Bertha, but I'm not seeing that yet. We're going to see an increase in surf and seas. We'll see coastal winds at 40, maybe even 50 miles an hour. Inland, 20 to 30 mile an hour winds and a few downpours. That's it with Bertha. It's a weather impact alert day as we are watching the system roll in and roll out. By tomorrow, only a 20% chance for a scattered shower in the morning and into the early lunch hour. Then as the weekend rolls around, we are back to a dry forecast, mostly sunny and plenty of heat. In fact, next week we are back into the triple digits. And Junior Caruso is back with us this morning to keep a check at the roads.
Good morning.